one day you're going to be a dad, right?
Yeah.
Justin Jr. sitting on your lap. When they say, Dad, what was the best part about your teenage years? What would you say?
Best part of the teenage years.
Owning a Ferrari?
No, not that. Probably my relationship with my ex-girlfriend.
That's deep.
I think people forget in our situation, like we had history with each other.
This is so crazy. I've literally never talked about this ever. I understand, again, how it looks from the outside, and there's a lot of perception there, but that was a situation where I know for a fact that it was the right thing for them to close that door. They were not in a relationship.
Kendall Jenner may have unknowingly confirmed the rumors that Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber are heading for a divorce. For those wondering why this potential split is happening so soon after the birth of their baby, and why the tension between them seems to have increased recently, Kendall might have accidentally shed some light on those questions too. She didn't make any official statement or post anything online, but she attended a private event where she may have revealed more than intended. Sources close to her say that she gave just enough information for people to start piecing things together. So, did Kendall actually confirm that Justin and Hailey are splitting up? Let's take a closer look.
Her husband was in a very public relationship. They were kids. People were obsessed with the idea of them. People were confused on the timeline you're talking about of like, is she a homewrecker? So I guess my question is, Hailey, were you ever with Justin romantically at the same time as her?
No.
By now, it's no secret that Justin and Hailey's marriage has been under intense public attention. There have been ongoing rumors of tension between them, but the latest wave of speculation began when Justin was recently seen in a video, visibly upset with the paparazzi who were just filming him while he tried to grab a cup of coffee. It's well known that Hollywood has taken a toll on Justin, and for years he has struggled to handle fame, especially with the long-term effects of being in the spotlight since childhood. However, this specific encounter with the paparazzi seemed to hit a nerve with the public. People weren't just worried about him. They started wondering what Hailey might be experiencing behind the scenes. If this is how Justin reacts in public, how tough must things be for them behind closed doors?
Money, 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 money. Money, get out of here, bro. Money. All you want, you don't care about food. All you want is money. Go, get out of here. All you got going.
After that incident, Kendall, who is close friends with both Justin and Hailey, allegedly spoke about the situation. Given her close relationship with them, people took her words seriously. The moment she spoke up, even casually, the internet began speculating that she knew more than she was letting on. According to sources, Kendall might have shared more than she intended about her friend's relationship. Apparently, during a private event with close friends, she suggested that the divorce wasn't just possible. It had been a long time coming. You know those intimate gatherings where people let their guard down after a few drinks? Sources say it was in a setting like that where Kendall revealed what many had suspected for a while. What made her claim feel more believable to fans was how closely it matched the noticeable changes in Justin and Hailey's public behavior. Some of the signs people had already noticed include Justin and Hailey reducing their public appearances together. At first, many fans thought it was because Hailey was pregnant, which made sense since she would need rest and time to focus on her health. But even after the baby arrived, their public appearances together didn't increase. In fact, they decreased further. People gave them the benefit of the doubt, assuming that adjusting to parenthood might be overwhelming. However, the pattern became harder to ignore when fans saw that Justin and Hailey were not only rarely seen together, but were also showing up at events separately and leaving on their own. One moment that stood out occurred in March 2025 when Justin attended a church service alone, and most people assumed Hailey had stayed home. But a video later showed her leaving through a different exit, surrounded by friends, without any interaction with Justin. This moment really made fans wonder why a married couple with a newborn would go out of their way to avoid being seen together. Another thing that caught fans' attention was Justin's behavior on social media. In February, he briefly unfollowed Hailey on Instagram, then quickly followed her again after people started talking and claiming that his account had been hacked. He later posted, "Someone went to my IG and unfollowed my wife. It's getting sussy." Out here, not long after, Hailey also unfollowed Justin and refollowed him, explaining that it was a glitch. At first, these actions were dismissed as simple misunderstandings, but when looked at in the context of everything else, they started to seem like part of a much larger issue. What really hit hard, however, was the shift in how they referred to each other. In the past, their posts were filled with affectionate nicknames, comments, and public displays of love. But recently, things have been completely silent. One of the most shocking moments came when Hailey, during an interview, referred to Justin as "my child's father" instead of "my husband," or just Justin. This wording caught people off guard, not just because it felt distant, but because it was such a stark contrast from how she used to speak about him. What was even stranger was that she was discussing their future plans. This subtle change suggested something deeper was going on, and for many, it was a sign that their relationship might be past the point of repair. We could go on listing all the red flags Justin and Hailey have shown in their relationship, but even those who haven't been paying close attention are aware of the issues leading up to this point. Kendall's comments just seem to confirm that Justin and Hailey's marriage is hanging by a thread, and there was also that rare moment when Hailey's dad took to Instagram, asking everyone to pray for them. He wrote, "Christians, when you think of Justin and Hailey, take a moment to offer a little prayer for them to have wisdom, protection, and to draw close to the Lord." This wasn't just a random church post, it was a cry for help wrapped in faith. Now, it's easier to understand why he felt the need to speak out. So what exactly did Kendall say? Sources close to her revealed that she didn't just hint at trouble. She went into detail about why their relationship is essentially over. It all stems from Justin's ongoing mental health struggles. Kendall said that Justin has been in a dark place for over a year, and it's been incredibly hard for Hailey to manage, especially with a toddler in the mix. The timeline checks out too. Not long ago, the internet was asking, why does Justin always look so sad? There were weeks where he appeared like a shell of his former self, as if a dark cloud was hanging over him. At first, people thought he was simply struggling with the pressure of fame, but things seemed to get worse. He even started posting, crying selfies, and rumors spread that he had cut off everyone in his inner circle, even his family. Word on the street was that he didn't want anyone near his baby, including his family, close friends, and even Hailey's people. One report stated Justin Bieber has changed a lot. He just wants to be careful about who he has around him on a day-to-day basis. He sometimes finds it hard to trust. He's also working with a lot fewer bodyguards and drivers, preferring to drive himself and Hailey on outings. The part that really hit home was the fact that, according to Kendall, Justin only seems happy when he's likely under the influence. The most recent example of this was a public appearance where he appeared completely out of it. Fans said he looked like a zombie swaying and barely able to stand. It was bad. Really bad. According to insiders, Kendall's confession has confirmed what many feared. Justin's mental state is spiraling, and Hailey's patience has finally run out. Hailey has been holding everything down for as long as she could, but the toll it's taking on her is undeniable. Emotionally, physically, she's drained. Would you believe that the unpleasant moment with the paparazzi was just the tip of the iceberg? Sources claim Kendall said that Justin's meltdowns are typically much worse, often spiraling to wild proportions. To be fair, Justin has always been open about his struggles with depression, anxiety, and mental health issues. But this new report reveals that things have escalated significantly behind the scenes, far worse than anyone realized. His behavior has become dangerously unpredictable. What's even more concerning is that these outbursts have been becoming more frequent and more intense, affecting not just his own well-being, but Hailey's as well. It seems that despite all the public attempts to cover things up, the strain of living through this mental health battle, along with the pressures of marriage and parenthood, has finally reached a breaking point. This is no longer just about a few bad days. It's a deeper, more serious issue that has been building for some time. Hailey, who has always stood by Justin, is now finding herself emotionally exhausted from carrying the weight of their relationship, while also dealing with the chaos his mental health struggles bring.
I hit a little bit of an emotional breakdown because I thought marriage was going to fix all my problems. Wow. And it didn't. It just kind of was a reflection of like, man, you're a bit of a hypocrite, man. Like you want your wife to do something that you're not doing. And it's like, I mean, it's hard sometimes to look in the mirror and really have to, as man, maybe you're not the person that you necessarily thought.
According to Kendall, one of the biggest issues weighing on Justin and Hailey's relationship, besides the emotional distance and public red flags, is the constant online harassment and comparisons to Selena Gomez. It's hard to believe that in 2025, people are still bringing this up after so many years. Yet, Hailey can't post a single selfie without someone mentioning Selena. The pressure from this ongoing comparison is exhausting. Kendall supposedly confirmed that this cycle of comparison has done real damage, not just to Hailey's self-esteem, but also to the foundation of her marriage. Hailey has to be incredibly careful with everything she does in public, because even the smallest action gets turned into a Selena versus Hailey comparison. After 6 years of marriage, dealing with this constant noise is draining. The real issue, according to Kendall, is that Justin has never fully let go of Selena. Kendall, being close to both, revealed this firsthand. Things got worse when Justin publicly said that his best memory of his teenage years was his relationship with Selena. disrespectful to Hailey while she's building a life with him.
What's the best part about your teenage years? What would you say?
Best part of the teenage years.
Owning a Ferrari.
No, not that. Probably my relationship with my ex-girlfriend.
Despite the growing tension, instead of seeking therapy or time apart, Justin and Hailey allegedly decided to have a baby, hoping it would bring them closer and fix their crumbling marriage. However, the pressure of parenting only added more strain. People close to them now believe the baby became a distraction rather than a solution, like putting a band-aid on a bullet wound. Even blind items, often unreliable, have reported on their struggles. Some even claim that after their honeymoon, Justin drove to Selena's house, hinting that their marriage was doomed from the start if his heart was elsewhere.
Do you think you'll ever get back together? Is that a hope for you? Do you think that could happen?
Maybe. I mean, we have a lot of history together, so I'm sure,
The family drama surrounding Hailey Baldwin, her father Stephen, and Kendall Jenner adds another layer to this messy situation. Stephen Baldwin has long been questioned about his role in Hailey's marriage to Justin, with some suggesting he groomed her for the union, possibly seeing Justin as a cash cow. These whispers, dating back to 2018, claim that the Baldwin family was after pop culture relevance through Justin. Hailey, at just 22, faced immense pressure being married to someone with mental health struggles, especially when rumors of Justin still being attached to Selena Gomez surfaced. Kendall, who's been close to both Hailey and Justin for years, adds even more complexity. She's rumored to have briefly dated Justin before he married Hailey, making her position in this mess even trickier. Her 2020 comment about not seeing their marriage coming also hinted at the hidden tensions between the couple.
us too. We're a happily married family.
I love it.
Would you have, real quick question. Did you see this coming?
See what coming? You too? Honestly, no. I was super I didn't know.
In 2025, Kendall and Hailey are still seen together in public, but rumors suggest Kendall's private thoughts about Hailey's marriage differ from her public posts. In Hollywood, loyalty and image often clash, and being close to someone means knowing too much. Kendall's position is complicated. She's Hailey's best friend, but has history with Justin. While Hailey's marriage faces pressure, Kendall plays the neutral friend. But is she really neutral? By sharing private details, Kendall could be fueling the fire. The lines between loyalty, history, and performance are blurring, leaving many wondering what's really happening behind the scenes.